What it do, guys? Manjoume here. Today we'll be unboxing the Sony SRS-X2 portable Bluetooth speaker. And looking at the front, very basic picture, Sony, model number, emblem for NFC and Bluetooth. Top, pretty bare. Bottom, model number and then barcodes. That's fine. Nice kind of angled picture on the side, and on the other side a little more substantial information, partially obscured by some sort of sticker. On the side we see that it's slightly obscured by a sticker, which I'll just go ahead and remove. It's pretty easy. Just put it back on the front. See micro USB charging with AC adapter, carrying pouch, built-in rechargeable battery, speakerphone. Pretty simple stuff, the kind of communication it can do. Bluetooth 3.0, personal audio system, and it is black. There was a red option, but I forget if it either ran out or I just decided, you know what, all of my accessories are black for the most part, so I'll just go with the black one. Bottom, just some trademark stuff, not too much interesting going on there. Opening it up, there's a little bit of blurb on there. Please read the operating instructions. We most likely will not. First thing, consumer warranty. A lot of stuff. Consumer warranty on toilet paper. Feels like really cheap toilet paper. Consumer warranty, and then same thing in different language. Set that one aside. Warranty sheet. Portable audio. Good to know what it is. Yeah, not too much going on there. It's the normal fare. This the whole thing? Okay, this is the whole thing. This is the quick start guide. Charging the unit, USB, how to make wireless connections, pairing, and just see, pairing device with Bluetooth. When pairing with 2 or more Bluetooth devices, perform the procedure. Oh, so this can connect to more than one device. Good to know. The power, blah blah, lights up. Indicator starts to flash white. What else? Hold Bluetooth pairing button until beeps are heard, and the indicator is quickly flashing. So pretty much every sort of device in this vein. Set that aside. What is this? Reference guide. I don't even know what that means. I guess you would call this the personal audio system instead of a speaker. I will actually see that written on the list. You guys don't care about that. Let's open this up a little more, and I think this is just about everything. This seems to be the pouch that opens. Oh wow, that opens up quite a bit. Pretty long pouch. We've got the power supply, which is just a phone charger. I imagine, does this actually say Sony? Oh, it does say Sony. That's good that it actually says Sony. And yeah, that's pretty cool. You can just take it wireless, but when you want to put it on your desk, you can just have it charging. Maybe when it's done charging, unplug it or keep it plugged in. I don't care. Let's see, that's all that's in there. And the speaker itself, which honestly does have some weight, and there's nothing else there. Removing it from its... Oh, wow. That's can't... I don't know if you can see, but this black is a is rubber. So, and even the feet are that kind of rubber. So just pushing it, pretty good resistance, which I can really appreciate. I like this kind of a feel. It's it's got a textured grip to it, so that when you put it down, won't necessarily move easily, like maybe some other devices. You can see the speakers in here. It's pretty cool. Let's see if it'll focus on this. Yeah, personal audio system SRS-X2. And if you guys remember, in a previous video, it must have been years ago at this point, I unboxed the, let's see if it'll even read it, the Sony SRS BTV5. And this has been my mainstay, this little guy, for the longest time, even up till today, when this thing came in. And as far as size goes, there's really no comparing. I mean, this is a little shorter, but much longer, as you would expect. This is, I don't know, was this 2011? 12? This is 14. This is a newer product, and it's got different things. All the controls are on the top. Power, answering phones, pairing, sound. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe that's like a automatic mute or something like that. And volume. As for this guy, he had volume, mic right there, calls, that was it, and then the switch, multi-purpose switch, and the little butt flaps to charge, and headphone jack. Or not headphone jack, but 3.5mm connector to work with, say, a PSP that didn't have Bluetooth. You could still use it for there, but it would still use up energy, so keep that in mind for that. For this unit, let's see, let's make sure we have all that stuff. Say charge, so this seems to be some kind of indicator when plugged in. You can reset the unit, important if it gets messed up. The AC adapter plugs in the back, as you would imagine any kind of speaker system to do. And then audio, because you know what, this 3.5mm jack, it just works really well. You can't really beat it in many cases. So it still has that because many things use that. In fact, if I didn't want to have it use Bluetooth, you would simply just plug it into your device, be it computer, phone, tablet. Honestly, I'm going to be using this with my tablet. And let's just see if this has any charge. I'm guessing it doesn't, because I just hit the power button. And we're not getting anything. Okay, just a quick... Yeah, this thing's probably dead. So, jump cut. Rather than take the time to plug it in, figured I'd use my portable charger and power it that way. And that, now that it's plugged in, and it should be charging right now. Ah, here we go. It had no charge at all. It is trying to pair, I think. Let's see if this works. Back to pairing mode. Let's refresh. There it is, the Sony. That we were just trying to connect to must not have been it. Because then we saw the Sony SRS-X2, and it is pairing, and we're connected. And as a test to make sure everything is fine, let's go back to this. This is a Super Best Friend cast, and
It's not very long. It's only like 12 levels, and the longest levels are like 20 minutes long. I actually had a good time the second time round. The first time,
that is
I don't know what. You're
nowhere near.
It didn't really click with any of us.
Out of sake of common decency, I won't put it up too high, but that is pretty good volume. And it was not even turned up all the way. I had it turned up all the way on the tablet. But on the physical buttons, there is volume, so I could have still gone up. So that's good to know that this thing has a little bit of oomph to it, has a little power. Now let's see if we can get the NFC to work. So I know exactly where it is. Oh, wait, there you go. NFC worked. It is a little finicky. You have to be pretty spot on. And as far as connecting it, with this device, that was the first time I got it to work. I actually set it aside for a second. I stopped the recording because I used my phone to record because it has such a better camera than my tablet, so figured might as well use a better one. Anyway, I used this phone, the Xperia Z3, to connect to this. First via Bluetooth for the initial setup, but then NFC for every subsequent use, or just kind of hovering it over there, connect, and it worked just fine. Great. Did it again, disconnect, connect, disconnect. NFC works. I cannot stress how awesome this actually is. Like, the technology is also in this, and the smart tags I've had in previous videos. I must say that while I do love my BTV5 little portable thing, it is a lot easier to move and accidentally bump into, and since it is a ball, it'll just roll and something could happen. But for something that is a little more stationary, a little more, maybe not that heavy, but it does have a little heft, which I appreciate in that it's less likely to get pushed and roll over the place. So I do appreciate the size and the weight, because for something like this, even though you want something a little light for it to be portable, you don't want it to just roll all over the place. And I normally don't roll my Bluetooth speakers, but you get the point. You don't want that sort of thing happening in real life. One last thing that I previously did not touch upon was the buttons. I did mention that it is part of the rubber, and it's kind of like a rubber sitting over the holes where then the buttons are. It's cool and that's nice, and it's flush, it dips in, you can really feel it. If you're just kind of not paying too much attention, you can kind of get a feel. Volume down, volume up, power, sound, which I'm not really sure what that is. It has a different kind of sound that might be like Clear Audio Plus is what they're going for with that kind of technology and software. The, Bluetooth pairing, and then the call button, which is important for those kinds of things. But as I'm holding down the pairing button or the power button, I feel like they're going to wear out eventually and just degrade and wear away. I could just be worried about nothing, and I'd rather that be the case. But I am a little afraid that one day, or, after extended use, using it every day, every so often, whatever, it will eventually wear out, and the rubber will be gone. It'll still work, but it'll just look tacky and ugly because it'll be gone. Something with physical buttons, this will work for indefinitely until I break it otherwise. Although these switches I'm not always fond of, it does work. That is my unboxing of the Sony. What is this? These are really weird letters and numbers. The Sony SRS-X2 portable audio system. That's all for now, guys. Manjoume out. Man, I have a lot of gadgets here. Gotta clean this up.